Are you evaluating cloud security for AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud and wondering whether Check Point CloudGuard is the right fit? In this review, I will walk you through what CloudGuard is, how it works, where it uses AI, how it is licensed, and how it compares to major competitors. By the end, you will know whether it matches your architecture, risk profile, and budget. Let us start with the basics. CloudGuard is Check Point's cloud-native platform that consolidates multiple capabilities into a CNAPP. CNAPP stands for Cloud Native Application Protection Platform, and it brings together cloud security posture management, entitlement and identity analysis, workload and container protection, network security, and application security for web and APIs. The value proposition is consolidation. Instead of running separate tools for posture, networking, and web application protection, CloudGuard enables unified visibility, policies, and automated enforcement across accounts and regions. CloudGuard operates across the major public clouds and hybrid environments. It integrates with AWS organizations, Azure subscriptions and management groups, and Google Cloud projects and folders. For posture and identity analysis, CloudGuard connects via API with read-only roles to inventory resources, detect misconfigurations, map to compliance frameworks, and assess entitlements. For traffic enforcement, it deploys virtual gateways in your cloud networks. For runtime workload security, you can combine agentless discovery with optional sensors for deeper protection in containers and Kubernetes. Where does AI come in? Check Point feeds CloudGuard with ThreatCloud AI, its global threat intelligence platform. ThreatCloud AI uses machine learning over billions of indicators daily to identify malicious domains, phishing infrastructure, command and control endpoints, and malware signatures. In CloudGuard, this intelligence powers next-generation firewall, IPS, URL filtering, and anti-malware protections on cloud gateways. It also supports anomaly detection in posture analytics, highlighting unusual permissions and risky configurations that correlate with known attack paths. In AppSec, behavioral models learn baseline traffic to automatically tune protections for web applications and APIs, which helps reduce false positives while blocking real attacks. Let us break down the four main modules. First, CloudGuard Network Security. These are virtual security gateways you deploy in VPCs and VNets using marketplace images or infrastructure as code. Common topologies include a transit gateway hub for north-south inspection, spoke VNets or VPCs for east-west segmentation, and autoscaling groups for elasticity across availability zones. Security blades include next-generation firewall, IPS, anti-bot, antivirus, application control, URL filtering, and TLS inspection. Integration with cloud-native routing, elastic load balancers, and gateways allows you to steer traffic without redesigning the network. This module is particularly attractive to teams that already standardize on Check Point on-premises and want consistent rule bases and logging in the cloud. Second, CloudGuard Posture Management. Formerly known as Dome 9, this is the CSPM and CIEM layer. It performs agentless discovery to surface misconfigurations like open S3 buckets, exposed RDP, permissive security groups, public storage in Azure, or risky IAM roles in GCP. Policy as code templates let you enforce guardrails such as encryption at rest, logging enabled, key rotation, and MFA on root accounts. Identity and entitlement analysis highlights privilege escalation paths and unused permissions to help you reach least privilege. Built-in compliance mappings cover PCI DSS, HIPAA, SOC2, ISO 27001, and more, with automated evidence and auditor-ready reports. Third, CloudGuard Workload Protection. It secures containers, Kubernetes, and serverless. Capabilities include image and registry scanning for vulnerabilities and malware, admission control to block vulnerable images at deploy time, runtime defenses for suspicious process or network behavior, and context-aware risk scoring that ties vulnerabilities to internet exposure and identity risk. It supports popular orchestrators like Amazon EKS, Azure AKS, and Google GKE, and integrates into CI pipelines to catch issues before release. Fourth, CloudGuard AppSec. This is a cloud-native WAAPP that unifies a WAF, API discovery and protection, bot mitigation, and advanced protections for injection, L7 DDoS queues, and account takeover attempts. API discovery inventories shadow APIs and validates requests against learned or imported schemas. Behavioral learning reduces manual tuning while keeping protections strong. What about deployment and operations? CloudGuard is managed in the Infinity portal, which centralizes identity, policies, events, and reporting. You can integrate with identity providers for SSO and role-based access. Logs and alerts stream to CloudWatch, Azure Monitor, and Google Cloud Logging, and to SIEM platforms like Splunk, Elastic, QRadar, and Chronicle. For DevSecOps, CloudGuard provides Terraform modules, CloudFormation templates, and Azure Resource Manager templates, plus scanners that analyze Terraform and CloudFormation before you apply. Ticketing integrations with ServiceNow and Jira help enforce remediation workflows. How is it licensed? CloudGuard is modular. Network security is usually licensed by gateway throughput, instance size, or vCPU. Posture management and CIEM often follow a per-account or per-resource model. Workload protection is commonly per host, per cluster node, or per function for serverless. AppSec subscriptions may be tied to traffic volume or application count. Many customers purchase bundles under the Infinity portal for cost efficiency. Pricing varies by region, cloud marketplace, and term, so confirm SKUs and discounts with your reseller or Check Point partner. How does CloudGuard compare to other CNAPPs? Prisma Cloud is comprehensive across code to cloud and has deep developer tooling. Wiz and Orca specialize in agentless discovery and context correlation that is fast to deploy. Lacework is strong in behavior-based anomaly detection. Aqua and CrowdStrike offer advanced container and runtime protections. Fortinet and Trend Micro provide alternative gateway and WAAPP options. CloudGuard's differentiators are mature cloud network security, tight alignment with Check Point threat prevention, and the ability to unify posture, identity, runtime, and application protections with a consistent policy language and familiar operations for Check Point teams. Pros include broad cloud coverage, strong network and threat prevention capabilities, robust compliance reporting, and integrated WAAPP and API security. It also scales to complex multi-account and multi-region environments. Potential limitations include the need to design network insertion points for gateways, which adds architecture work, and the learning curve to fully leverage policy as code and identity analytics. If you want only quick agentless visibility with minimal configuration, other tools may provide a faster initial time to value, though they may not match CloudGuard on inline control. Who is it best for? Enterprises with hybrid footprints and existing Check Point investments, regulated industries that need granular controls and audit-ready evidence, and organizations that want to converge network security with CNAPP under one vendor. It also fits teams that need both preventive guardrails and real-time traffic inspection for internet-facing and internal services. Getting started is straightforward. Connect your cloud accounts in read-only mode to inventory assets and misconfigurations. Map policies to your compliance frameworks, then layer on identity and entitlement cleanups. For enforcement, deploy network gateways in a hub-and-spoke model and enable relevant security blades. Add AppSec in front of your web and API endpoints and integrate logs with your SIEM. Finally, embed IAC scanning in your CI pipelines so you block misconfigurations before they reach production. If you are comparing vendors, build a simple checklist: multi-cloud coverage, time to value, depth of identity analytics, runtime protections, WAAPP capabilities, integration with your SIEM and ITSM, licensing predictability, and support quality. Run a proof of concept in one representative account with real traffic and measurable success criteria. Check Point CloudGuard is a strong choice for organizations that need comprehensive CNAPP with best-in-class cloud network security, AI-driven threat intelligence, and unified policy. If that aligns with your priorities, add CloudGuard to your shortlist and validate it in a focused pilot with clear requirements and success metrics.